Today, I think, is the day for me to start talking about BoJack Horseman. It's gonna be a glorious day. I feel my luck could change. Damn it, Radiohead and your OK Computer album, even though your music is fantastic and this is one of your best. BoJack Horseman. The first season of BoJack Horseman was released on Netflix in 2014. And I've never reviewed a Netflix original series before, and BoJack Horseman is now the first Netflix original series that I'm reviewing in my channel. Even though My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is not done yet at the time I'm currently recording this review, I have caught up and reviewed everything that had to do with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So I decided to do a follow-up on that series with another series that has to do with a horse. That being BoJack Horseman. I will admit, I am late to the party when it comes to this Netflix original series. And if you have not watched this show, I will guarantee you that the most common response that you'll probably get when it comes to BoJack Horseman is that this show is so fucking good! However, I would like to preface my series of BoJack Horseman reviews with a fair warning for anyone that has not seen the show yet. The humor in BoJack Horseman is not for everyone. That's it. That's the only fair warning I have with this show. I say this because BoJack Horseman really does start batting up the humor right away. The animation in BoJack Horseman is something not worth writing home about, but it is fun on its own. And what's great about the animation in BoJack Horseman, which will apply to later seasons, is that the animation is consistent from start to finish with the first season of BoJack Horseman. In a way, the animation's flawless. The music is composed by Jesse Novak, which is serviceable for the entirety of BoJack Horseman. I just don't have much to say about the music in the show. However, if there's one thing about the music of BoJack Horseman that is worth talking about is the opening theme, which is by the Black Keys' drummer Patrick Carney and featuring Ralph Carney with saxophones, which is glorious in this theme song. Even though BoJack Horseman's opening theme is groovy, BoJack Horseman's closing theme is catchy, which is back in the 90s, which is provided by Group Love. BoJack Horseman stars Will Arnett, Amy Sedaris, Allison Brie, Paul F. Tompkins, and Aaron Paul, bitch! The characters in BoJack Horseman, in first glance, might be the one thing that some non-viewers of the show might find odd, because half the characters are animals. This is never explained, but the way that the show is directed does give the impression that the audience should just go with it. Cast your doubts away because the characters in BoJack Horseman are interesting. They actually get a lot more interesting past season 1, but this first season does establish the characters very well. That's a good thing, and that is a sign of good writing. Now, the early episodes do take time for the characters to be established, which is totally fine. However, by default, because of later episodes, it does make the first few episodes the weakest in the show. I do not see this as a detriment. I see this as a benefit. Now, even though this show does a good job at making the audience feel comfortable and taking in what this show is going to be about, it does throw a bit of a curveball that actually will set the tone for future seasons. The writing in BoJack Horseman is also very brilliant. It does not shy away from showing how a celebrity goes through a pitfall or two. For example, there are celebrities out there that do use their popularity to boost their ego. And we've seen the result of how that happens, especially when that ego becomes deflated. Now, even though the humor in BoJack Horseman is not for everyone, it does favor the show's writing because of the show's sense of humor. BoJack Horseman even takes jabs at Hollywood and their horseshit, which no television network on cable would dare to show that kind of content, which makes BoJack Horseman a bold television series. And it's great that it's on Netflix, because Netflix is very open-minded with what content they show. Thank God! Like I said before, the earliest episodes of BoJack Horseman are the weakest by default, but that's just because the writing has improved exponentially. But the first season as a whole is a very good start to what could be a masterpiece of a television series. I will be shooting a 10 out of 10 for the first season of BoJack Horseman.